Hi, today we'll be presenting our work on improving line robustness with smarter locality sampling. We start with a summary of our work. Explainability algorithms like LIME have allowed machine learning algorithms and systems to adopt a level of transparency and fairness, which are important, especially for commercial use cases. But recent work has shown that even explainability algorithms like LIME are susceptible to adversarial attacks. For example, an attack can exploit LIME's naive sampling strategy to fool LIME into thinking that some machine learning model that is biased based on sensitive features like race and gender is instead innocuous. So in this work, we propose CTGAN LIME, an explainability algorithm which relies on generative adversarial networks to sample more realistic synthetic data, which the explainer can use to generate explanations. Our experiments across several real-world datasets show that against the incumbent adversarial attack, CTGAN LIME can detect biased behavior from adversarial models with higher accuracy compared to the vanilla LIME model while maintaining comparable explanation quality. In some cases, we observe an increase of accuracy by up to 99.4%. Furthermore, we experiment CTGAN LIME's robustness against a stronger version of the incumbent attack tailored towards our proposed method. These experiments also show that CTGAN LIME still detects biased behavior at a higher accuracy compared to vanilla LIME. In subsequent slides, we will introduce LIME and the incumbent adversarial attack, followed by our proposed method CTGAN LIME, experiments and results, and finally, next steps for future work. Here, let's start with LIME. LIME stands for Locally Interpretable Model Agnostic Explanations, which is a popular algorithm for generating explanations for individual predictions of a given target model F, which is presumably black box, like neural networks or XGBoosts. LIME provides some explanation for some prediction by optimizing for local model fidelity and complexity. More specifically, LIME uses a surrogate generalized linear model to approximate predictions of the target model on data samples generated around some locality of the given data instance. Mathematically, LIME solves the following weighted squared laws, and the optimized weights of the linear model denote the importance of each feature, as can be seen here. Moreover, LIME is model agnostic because it relies only on query access to the target model. However, a problem in LIME lies with its data sampling strategy for tabular data, which involves adding noise sampled from a unit Gaussian to the data. As Slack et al. Had identified, this leads to the creation of explanations based on identifiably out of distribution synthetic data, as shown in the figure here. The figure displays a two-dimensional PCA projection of real data from the Compass dataset, as well as samples generated by LIME based on Compass data, and it shows that the LIME samples are indeed identifiably out of distribution, as can be clearly seen in the figure. This vulnerability leads to the fooling LIME attack proposed by Slack et al. Suppose we have an adversary whose objective is to deploy some adversarial model A, which is biased, which could mean that it relies solely on sensitive features such as race and gender. The model is also subject to an auditory process where explainability algorithms like LIME are used to detect any harmful behavior. And the adversary trains a critic C on the dataset comprised of real data and synthetic LIME samples to predict how realistic a given data point is. Then, a scaffolding function S is then used to route data point X based on predictions of the critic as shown. If the critic determines X to come from a LIME sample, the scaffolding function routes X to an unbiased model psi. Given prediction behavior coming from psi rather than the adversarial model, the explainer, such as LIME, will be fooled into determining that the adversary is unbiased and innocuous, contrary to its actual behavior.
Having explained LIME's vulnerability and the incumbent attack, we can now focus on how to improve the robustness of LIME. Our approach attempts to minimize these OOD samples in the synthetic data. This translates to optimizing a sampler which learns to fool the adversarial critic into thinking that its outputs are real samples, much like the training objective of generative adversarial networks. We thus propose to replace the Gaussian sampling strategy with CTGAN, a conditional GAN that generates tabular data, as our sampler. CT-GAN in particular provides the advantage of better modeling of non-Gaussian multimodal distributions, which is characteristic of tabular data. Next slide. During sampling, the generator is conditioned with the categorical values of the given data rather than randomly sampled conditional vectors. This helps CT-GAN generate samples which are more local with respect to the data instance. We also use the discriminator obtained from the CT-GAN training process to filter out unrealistic samples, thresholded by some constant. This ensures that the samples used to query the target model are more realistic. We now describe our experiments. We experiment with two adversarial settings, namely black box and white box. In the former, the adversary does not have access to the explainer nor its implementation. It only receives queries from it. In our experiments, we attack CT-GAN Lime using the original fooling Lime attack, which trains its critic based on synthetic samples generated by the Lime strategy. This establishes a baseline evaluation of CT-GAN Lime robustness. In the white box setting, we assume that the adversary now has increased access to the explainer, including its specifications, implementations, and even its parameters. The attacker thus can generate training data for the critic from the same sampler which the explainability model uses to generate explanations. This is a strictly stronger adversarial setting than the black box setting and provides a stronger evaluation of robustness. We measure the robustness of an explainability algorithm based on top K accuracy, or the proportion of explanations which correctly identify the sensitive feature to be among the top K contributing features for the adversarial model. Next slide. We measure robustness across the campus recidivism dataset, the German credit dataset, and the communities and crime dataset. The table displays the number of features each dataset has, as well as the sensitive features which is used by the bias model. In each experiment, explanations are generated using the entire test set of each dataset. For the black box model, we use the random forest classifier for all experiments.
The following table displays the results of the experiments. For each dataset, we vary K for measuring top K accuracy. Note that since communities and crime has 100 features, we select 1, 10, and 30 as our values for K. As you can see, in both black box and white box settings, CT-GAN Lime demonstrates higher accuracy compared to vanilla Lime. Moreover, when comparing black box and white box accuracies, we observe that the accuracy of CT-GAN Lime decreases against white box attacks, suggesting that this attack is indeed stronger. We also note that CT-GAN Lime accuracy increases when coupled with the discriminator, which indicates the benefits of filtering low-quality samples from the generator. We also compare explanation quality between Lime and CT-GAN Lime. We use the precision metric, which measures the agreement between the target model's predictions on the given sample and predictions on other samples which are similar according to the features identified as influential by the explanation. As the table below reports, explanation quality across the three datasets are comparable. To summarize, we have introduced a more robust version of Lime, which relies on CT-GAN for generating synthetic samples. For future work, we would like to conduct further empirical evaluations, which involve more effective attacks in other domains such as image and text, as well as establishing theoretical bounds for the robustness of explainability algorithms. With that, we conclude this presentation. Thank you for your attention.